Hello again. Our next cartridge that we're going to go over today is the 7.62 by 3.9. Now it is not actually the same diameter bullet as a 7.62 by 51 or the NATO the 308. It's actually a .312 diameter bullet, not a .308. It is a Russian invented round for the AK-47. There are many guns chambered in this caliber, including several U.S. manufactured ones. Ruger made the Mini 30 semi-auto rifle in this caliber. There's lots of AR derivatives in 7.62 by 3.9. SIG's got a very, very nice, their 5.56 series rifle, which is neither an AR or an AK on its own. It's a hybrid rifle design in this caliber, and probably one of the top rifles in that caliber as far as use goes, not going traditional AK. But this bullet is arguably probably one of the most popular rounds worldwide, simply because it is for that AK platform, which is arguably the most common rifle on the planet in terms of one model design being out there. It is obviously going to be prolific, to say the least, which means ammunition is both plentiful and cheap. You can usually find AK ammo for a steel case like this for $5 to $6 a box of 20. Super inexpensive, and absolutely no problem functionality wise in the weapons that are designed for it. Energy wise, it's got a little bit of a jump on the 223. Averages about 1,500 foot-pounds at muzzle, so pretty good jump there actually. And it is a wider bullet, about 124 grain bullet, so, and heavier, so a little better at penetrating cover, vehicles, walls, that sort of thing. Just a general step up in terms of overall power and effectiveness. However, because it is a lot heavier bullet in comparison to the 223 or 5.56 for the velocities, it doesn't tend to have the same range. You can really get, like I said, in a full-length barrel, 20-inch barrel, you can really get a 223 bullet out there accurately. This bullet's going to have a lot more drop. But really, most of it comes from the platforms. When you get into your shorter-barreled semi-auto rifles like that, they're just not designed for real range. They have other bullets that they like to use for that. This is a short to medium range bullet, and it really does excel at that. So this is definitely one of the rounds that I recommend. Arguably, when it comes to the rifles, it's probably going to be one of those two in terms of cost, particularly when you're looking at semi-autos, either the 5.56 or the 7.62 3.9. And there are people that will argue to the ends of the earth over which one's better or which platform's better. Look at it this way. They're both effective rifles, and we'll go over them in other videos. They're both effective rounds when used the way they're supposed to. This has a little more energy, a little more of a generic rifle round. The 223 is going to be more of your varmint control, better for light hunting duty. This works better as a medium hunting round. It actually does. It's almost as much force as a 30-30 with similar ballistic profile to it. So that's a proven hunting cartridge. This actually makes a very good hunting cartridge, particularly in the South with things like pigs and that sort of thing. So I personally find this to be a more effective all-around cartridge. But you can definitely get a little more customization and a little more out of some of the platforms in the 223 or 5.56. So they both have their pros and cons. But this is definitely a rifle round that you would not go wrong with if it were one to be used in whatever scenario you needed it for. And definitely an effective bullet cost-wise as far as prepping goes and that sort of thing. Any comments or questions? Just let me know.